we mentioned this in my conversation with Jonathan from Ear to Hear Ministries, and it was the idea that perhaps some of this hoax is indirectly connected to stuff going on in the Middle East of a little country called Israel, Mossad, and all this sort of stuff. I mentioned it. We cut to Crystal. She talks about it more here, and then it goes into some of the statements about this. So this is from Breaking Points, not endorsing everything they ever report on, but I do think that this perhaps is the reason why there's other stories going viral. And in the future, in the next segment, we'll talk about those of you guys that are like, would Kamala have been better? Like, we're going to get there.
Yeah.
And this isn't important, and people care about the price of eggs. Of course, people care about other things, no doubt about it. And, you know, we're covering other stories in the show. There are other things going on in the world.
So this is in context of the hoax files.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mossad has blackmail material on the president of the United States. I think we should know that. I think that's probably a pretty important thing to know. So, no, we can't just dismiss this story out of hand, especially after the way that Trump has responded to this in such a bizarre and inexplicable fashion, and is now seems to be explicitly laying the groundwork to have some sort of excuse if something bad does ultimately come out. And let's also not forget that Steve Bannon apparently said previously, going into 2016, that Jeffrey Epstein was the one person who he thought could nuke Trump's presidential ambitions.
There you go. So the part I'm struggling with is like, well, why did the Democrats not use this against him if they had this information? That's the part I still don't understand.
Yeah, it's the part that does make it feel like it falls all apart from a conspiracy perspective.
All right, let's go and put the Elon Musk thing up there on the screen. Reply from Elon. Here's what he had to say. Quote, they old, admit nothing, deny everything, make counterclaims, but it won't work this time. And quote, wow, amazing, Epstein himself, and Ghislaine is in federal prison for a hoax. By the way, Ghislaine's legal team has been citing the government's actions and appealing the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn her conviction. So that's great. Really congrats.
So they were saying,
if it's a hoax, why am I in prison?
Ghislaine Maxwell's people are like, so as per the federal government and the FBI that said this is all a joke, she got them working overtime.
Congratulations. Great work by the U.S. government.
Directly to Trump.
Yes. I mean, she's
Directly
like, hey,
to Trump.
you said it's a hoax. So if it's a hoax, then why am I serving 20 years in federal prison? Great question, isn't it? Let's also get to Alex Jones and some of the,
this is great, by the way. This Alex Jones crash out on Trump is great.
Wow. Okay.
And he crashed out on Trump because Trump crashed out on everybody else in the statement he put out, so this is the statement he put out. The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt, again, just like the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the lying 51 intelligence agency. So he's basically blaming it on the Democrats and says this is a new scam, and my past supporters have bought into this. His approval ratings with his supporters, specifically the 18 to 30 demographic, are plummeting bad, right? Because of this. And so he's kind of crashing out on everybody. Lunatic Left, I made success in past 6 months, any president in our country's history. All these want to talk about wrong petting. Let these weaklings continue forward to the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you again. So check out now Alex Jones crashing out after Trump crashed out on him.
Basically dissident, I don't know what you would call it, but people are speaking out and basically saying, okay, Trump, if this is the way that you want to play it, then I'm basically out with you. Here's what Alex Jones had to say. He says, I'm not in a cult.
You people that bring this up don't even deserve to be involved in this movement. You are excommunicata. You are henceforth ex cathedra from the mouth of the God King. You are expelled from the Church of the Holy Golden Toad, Donald John Trump.
That is amazing. The Holy Golden Toad.
Hilarious.
Well, I was never in the Church of the Holy Golden Toad. I do like you being a maverick, standing up for the country. We have the same enemies. I respect your stamina and courage. Been a big cheerleader when I agree with what you're doing. But if I'm being excommunicated, let me be clear, I was never in your church to be excommunicated. So you can't excommunicate me because I was never in your church.
I'm not fired. I quit.
But this is interesting because Alex Jones, he's kind of coined this entire conspiracy movement online.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he's been at this since 9/11.
Specifically, yeah.
Right?
Especially the Epstein. He was the first person to talk about the Epstein stuff.
And the Bohemian Grove and all that sort of stuff. Now, he's also gotten stuff wrong and the whole Sandy Hook thing. Trump used this playbook. He leaned into the conspiracy stuff with the birther thing.
Hello.
And now, guess what? A certain group of your constituency who thought you were going to be the anti-establishment guy, you were going to drain the swamp, they're upset.
Yep.
And that's not going to be without consequence.
I was never in a cult. I never said MAGA was a cult. I said a lot of people want it to be a cult.
I was never in a cult, basically calling Trump out, saying, listen, you're like some great God emperor. I mean, in some ways, like Alex is correct in terms of it was never presented necessarily as a cult, but like, let's be honest about the way this politically has ended up working out and the way operationally it is.
You got Alex Jones crashing out on Donald Trump. You got Donald Trump crashing out on MAGA. You have a big fragment of his community disillusioned with how could you not put out these files?
Hello.
The idea that Crystal is peddling, I'm not saying is true, is it possible that Israel was holding this over, or Mossad has information that they know Trump is complicit in with Epstein? They were homies.
Yeah.
Epstein has said some crazy stuff. Supposedly, Maxwell introduced Trump to a 20-year-old girlfriend when he was 50. Like, there's a lot of stuff out there that they cover in this video, which you guys should watch the entire Breaking Points video.
Legal.
Yes. And Sagar makes the point that, yeah, most folks knew that he was kind of this sleazy, sus dude, right? Most folks knew that, but they still rolled with him because they thought he was the lesser of two evils. Now, is this the straw that breaks the camel's back against because there's a MAGA cult. Like, there's a MAGA cult. There will be people that, even if I acknowledge, like, this has happened. We've acknowledged in one of the videos that he had 20 women alleged SA and went on record. He lost a civil case, not a criminal case, of SA, right?
Oh.
So even acknowledging this exists, there will be a certain fragment of MAGA that is like just nasty about it. Just acknowledging that this exists. That's not who got him elected. The cult is not who got him elected.
Yeah.
The cult where he can do no wrong, that's not who got him elected. It was the people that were in the middle that voted for Obama in 2008 and 2012, that then perhaps voted third party in 2016 or 2020, that then came back around and voted for him in 2024.
Yeah.
Those people, is he going to be able to maintain those people by the way he's handling this situation? I don't know. It's not looking good right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so who, I mean, he can't even run again, so maybe is like just the crash out? Is he just burning the bridge at this point? He's kind of like Molotov cocktail.
It's not just a crash out, though. It's like now his vice president is going to want to take over this movement. Is he going to be able to take over this movement, right? So on and so forth. That's the issue. But ultimately, there is a feeling of betrayal. There is a feeling of you let us down. There is a feeling of you lied to us. You promised this was going to happen. Now, here's the most charitable version of this.
Yeah, hit me.
Because I'm a follower of Jesus. I'm gonna give you guys the most charitable version of this. The most charitable version of this is there are high-profile Democrats and Republicans on that list. America was using the CIA and working with Epstein and mutually assured destruction. And perhaps, let's just say his hands are clean. Let's just say he legitimately cut off Epstein when Epstein got weird at Mar-a-Lago several years ago, and he said some stuff and I had to cut him off. Let's just say Trump's a good guy in this. His hands are clean. I'm just straw manning. This is too sensitive. The information in the Epstein files, the number of people that we get, is too sensitive that if the American people really knew the type of stuff that our government was doing and the type of stuff that our government was doing behind the scenes to get dirt and to connive and all this sort of stuff that I think most people know happens.
Yeah.
Right. This would be too sensitive, and this would hurt the Republic. And perhaps he doesn't. That's the steel man for the most charitable version of this for Trump.
There you go.
I don't know which one it is. I think all of this is a bad look. The issue is acknowledge that you peddle these conspiracies.
True.
Kash Patel. Acknowledge that you pushed for this stuff and you failed.
Yeah.
And now it wasn't what you thought. Hey, we looked into it. It wasn't what we thought. It was a bunch of child porn. And the people there's no client list, but there's people on video and they're hard to decipher who they are. We can't identify them. So we do have information, but it's too sensitive to release. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they could have played it that way. They didn't. And I think this is ultimately gonna hurt them and is hurting them right now. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you liked it, then hit the like button. If you liked it a lot and have a thought to share, leave a comment. If you are listening to this on the podcast app, make sure to leave a review. And you could even leave a comment over there. And if you want to watch another video that is recommended just for you, hit this video over here. Let me know if they nailed it. Also, you can partner with us monthly, which helps us out a lot in our monthly community. Get access to early drops and all that kind of good stuff over here. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace. Peace.